Hello friends, welcome back to the ASP.NET Core video tutorial on Infologs.in channel. Okay, in the previous videos we have seen the introduction of ASP.NET Core as well as the environment setup to create and build and deploy the ASP.NET Core web applications. So in this video tutorial we are going to create a fresh default application based on our articles published on infologs.in. So let's see the article first. So just go to the infologs.in under the ASP.NET Core section. So here you'll see the how we can create a new project using ASP.NET Core. So in this article we have used Visual Studio 2017, but now I have available the Visual Studio Community Edition 2019. So I'll create a new application in 2019 with 3.1 framework, right? Okay, so as you can see here, so we have a simple this my first core application. So we have a different kind of templates, whether which kind of if you want to go with the empty section, web API, or standard MVC model view controller template. Okay, then you can select the framework, that is 2.0, the selected article, and then we can run the application on the local machine. Okay, so here I'll launch the Visual Studio. So yes, we have launched it, and just wait for a second to launch it. Okay, this is the new section. So just select on a create new project option. Okay, it's taking a little bit time. It's the first time launch. Okay, so here you'll see a lot of templates available in the Visual Studio depending on your installation points. So I'll select here. Okay, or you can also search it here. Okay, here we can select the C# platform, that is just put the Windows, and the project type it could be the web. Okay, so here you can see the ASP.NET Core web application. Okay, just select this template. You can see the Mac, C#, Linux, Mac OS, Windows. Okay, all the points are available. Now just okay, if we talk about the other points, okay, we have a class library for the unit testing, base class library, then WebDriver test, okay, or standard ASP.NET web application with the .NET framework. But currently we are going to focus on the core related things. Okay, so just click on the next. My first core web application. Okay, so click on next. Oh, sorry, create. Okay, now in the second sections you can see that we have two options for the platform, whether we want to go for the core or for the framework. Okay, so just select core. In the core we have I have installed only 2.1 and 3.1. I don't have a 3.0. So if you want to go with the 3.0 or the older one, you have to explicitly install that runtime, or we can say the SDK from the Microsoft website. Okay, so now here we have empty sections, we have API sections, we have a web application sections, we have MVC sections, and other client driven applications with Angular and React JS. Okay, so here as per article we'll go for the okay, actually they have seen the empty application, but here I'm not gonna select empty, because as you guys know about empty, there is nothing will come into the okay. project investigating ASP.NET Core application. Okay, so let's see the web application. So it will automatically create some Razor pages for us, and this is the model view controller. This is also creating for the ASP.NET Core with the views and all the detailed sections. Okay, currently we'll focus on just web applications. So let's see. So here there are some other options too, like configure the HTTPS. The application should run on HTTPS or not. So I'm not select this, Docker support or not, whether right for the platform independent. Okay, now just click on create. So it will create the first web application. Okay, so it's taking a bit more time. Okay, now it's loaded. So I'll just run. Okay, the application is loaded successfully. Now let's see the solution explorer, what it offers to us. So here you can see the different dependencies folders. Okay, this is a little bit different if we compare with the standard ASP.NET or MVC applications. Okay, so we have analyzer, we have a framework, and under the framework we will see the ASP.NET Core web app and .NET Core framework. Okay, so this is, and the properties, under the properties you'll see the launch settings.json. Okay, so now the first important thing to learn. Okay, now the configuration is what we done in the standard ASP.NET into the web.config file. Now here we have a JSON file, right? So currently we have a different launch settings, whether we want to go for the IIS Express or IIS or your console application related things. Okay, okay, under, okay, we now in ASP.NET Core we'll see the www root folder. Okay, so this folder contains all your static files, whether you talk about images, you talk about say CSS, you talk about JS or other libraries. Okay, like Bootstrap, jQuery, whatever you want to use. Okay, so these are all the static library. If you want to serve the static content to the requesting user that all the content should be available in the www root folder, otherwise that is not possible. Okay, if you put the static file outside these folders and you are requesting that file, that file cannot be served by the server. Okay, this is a standard rule. Now coming to the pages. Okay, these are our dynamic pages where we have to write our razor syntax. As you guys know about it, how to write a razor. Okay, just put the @ section and start your writing C# code, right? It's as simple as that. Okay, we'll talk about this on in the later sections, how we to create a razor related forms and all that. Okay, next is appsettings.js. okay, this is the log level information for the development purpose or the production purpose. Okay, you can use it as you want. Okay, we'll talk about this on our later video tutorials. Okay, then we'll talk about first the program.cs. everyone knows the entry point of your application is considered from the main section. Okay, so if I talk about the ASP.NET Core, it is considered as a console application. Okay, so here you'll see your startup point is like public static void main, right? And your build, create builder, host builder. Okay, here we are creating our host which takes a startup as an argument. Okay, so In the startup, we'll say what kind of services we wanted to use in the ASP.NET Core, what are the modules we want to use. Okay, all these information should be available in the startup.cs file. So just open up this file. So here you can see the configuration section, the configuration services sections. Okay, just like add Azure pages, you can also add your MVC section, for example, MVC, add MVC. Okay, third party token related, if you want to go for the API sections, you can also go for the use tokens, use authentications. Okay, there are a lot of different methods available right now. Okay, now the configuration. Okay, so let's say I'm saying I want to use the MVC, but for the MVC using what kind of configuration needed. Okay, let's say I want to put it the routing things. Okay, all these informations can be configured on this configuration section. Okay, so if I compare with the standard or traditional ASP.NET, then this file is also look like the application start, or we can say the global.asax, something like that. Okay, so let's see. Here we have static files. We want to use the static files, we want to use the routings, authorizations, and the Razor pages. These are our Razor pages endpoints. Okay, so all the configuration can be done in the startup.cs file. So we will also see how to do it for the different points whenever it comes into our video series, right? Okay, and the second important thing is I would like to show you that, okay, that we'll see in our next video tutorial. So I hope you have an idea about creating the first web application in ASP.NET Core. Okay, so in the next video tutorial we are, okay, let me run this application first, so you'll get what is the standard output of the built-in application, right? So if you compare the performance, okay, let's talk about the performance till it compiles. Okay, so if we talk about the performance, because of the traditional life cycle of a page in the ASP.NET Core, that is removed. Okay, so we have a full control over the HTTP request, so you can decide where should be first section processed, then that request should be transferred to the second module, then third module, then fourth module, then fifth module, whatever you want. Okay, so that way you have a full control over the each request of HTTP. So we can customize it, we can increase the performance, right? So you can control all of these things. So this way the ASP.NET Core is produces the more performance compared to the traditional ASP.NET, right? Yes, our application is run, and now this is the welcome message from the built-in application. Okay, so yes, I think we have covered everything for the default application, right? So hello world application, yeah. Okay, in the next video tutorial, what we are going to see is the fourth one, that is the ASP.NET Core application project structure. Actually, that is also we have discussed in this current video tutorial. So what is folders, what is www root, how we can edit project. Okay, let's talk about this edit section. Okay, so let's stop this project by putting shift F5. Okay, in the previous in the standard ASP.NET project, if you want to change the project file, then you have to unload your project. Okay, but now you don't need to that. Okay, so just click on the edit my project. You will see the target frameworks, that is the Netcore app 3.1 we are targeting, and here will include the other dependencies if I included in this project. Okay, let's say I want to use the Singular technology right? So just I'll put the NuGet packages of compatible ASP.NET Core, then that section will be available here, that this project is using the NuGet package for the SignalR technology. So whenever we run this project on other machines, all the references of the NuGet packages will automatically get downloaded on that new machine. So everything configuration will be easy for the right, as you can see in the this screenshot, like item group, that is the Microsoft ASP.NET Core DLL. Okay, this is the older project, that's why they are using their core framework as in NuGet packages, right? So nowadays that is not required because we have used the ASP.NET Core 3.1. Okay, there are a lot of changes done after that, right? Okay, now talk about the dependencies. Okay, now how dependencies can be handled in ASP.NET Core, right? So if you go here, so we have a framework section. Okay, so let's say let me add one dependency so you'll get an idea about it, how it is working. So here, let's say I'll go for the database access. I'll just put SQL client. Okay, so here we have a system.data.sql client, that is latest stable version is 4.8, but I'll use the older one. Okay, so it will successfully installed to our application. It's taking a little bit time. Let's do bro. Okay, it's getting download. Just to wait for a few seconds. Okay, yeah, it's working right now. It's again downloading system.data 3.4.3.1 package. So we'll wait for a second. Okay, so now the package is downloading. Now it's installing. So just wait for a few more seconds. So it will get completed. So let's put it this video. Okay, so it's showing Microsoft. These are the dependencies that we are. This is the license. Okay, for the license, most of the things are coming under the Apache 2.0. So now here we have a dependency that is downloaded and ready to use. So I'll just focus on the, okay, see, we have a packages section. Under the packages you'll see the system.data.sql client library. Under that library you'll see all the dependencies that needs to be there. So here all the DLLs available here, right? So let's say this application needs a link queue, so there is a link queues related all the dependencies. Okay, so here for the management purpose it's become more easy to handle the updates, the side-by-side versions of these packages. Okay, as you see, as soon as we added the SQL client package from NuGet, so automatically here we have now out item group that is with this version. Okay, now in here if I go with the properties section, under the properties you'll see that we have package available under this location, and all the references of DLL that is available according to the platforms. Okay, .NET 4.1 framework, 4.6 version, Mono, Xamarin, all this. Okay, references of .NET standard, as I already told you that the DLLs created under the .NET standard that can be also used in ASP.NET Core as well as the framework. Okay, so these are all information is available in the NuGet packages, and that is same reference to our project. Now what if I switch this project to other machines? Okay, basis on this CS project file, Visual Studio will try to collect all these references from the NuGet packages with the same version provided here, and then your web application will become ready to run without any issue. Okay, so in the earlier versions we see that kind of DLL references that we need to manage. Now whatever we want to reference, oh, this is also we can do the DLL references. It doesn't mean that you have to put all the packages from the NuGet. Okay, you can also reference it from the local directory, but again the management that you need to do manually. Okay, the managing the NuGet packages, it becomes more easiest and easiest task for the developers on the perspective. Okay, so you can also handle the updates, preview versions, you can test it on preview versions. So all this, it becomes easy. So this way we don't need to unload a whole the project to edit this file, or you want to change something in the configuration section. Just edit it now and it's done. Okay, the other important thing that let's see the properties that we have already talked about. Okay, the properties, let's go from here, properties. Okay, here you can control all the settings as you usually do in the standard framework. Okay, framework project. So here we have a different .NET framework projects. Okay, as I already told you, this is considered as a console application, so your output type will be .exe file, and the build on different sections, and on targeted on any CPU for the 64-bit or 32-bit. You can do post build packages. Okay, you can put your versions, your package names, debug related things. Okay, the debug related things, we have two IIS and my first core web application, that is you can see under the properties launch settings.json. Okay, so we have these two sections. One is IIS Express and the second is console application. Okay, so you can execute your application as an IIS Express or launch as an IIS under the. Okay, so this application can be deployed into the IIS and then you can use it, or you can also put it as like a project or executables. Okay, so and the next is like environment variables. Okay, again this can be controlled inside the this launch setting.js, or we can also control that is in app.settings. Okay, you can put it here, the development sections. Okay, whether what is the environment, it's a development or it's a user acceptance testing, or it's in testing mode. Okay, so you can control your code according to these environment variables. Okay, so this is your local host URL, where what are the port, default port, sorry not default, what is the available port to run the application. Okay, then the signing, it's code signing related things, and then the resources that is also available in the standard ASP.NET project. Okay, so yeah, I think everyone, we have covered till the fourth title, sorry, fourth article of ASP.NET core tutorial, right? So I hope you guys have a now basic idea about the folder structures, the first applications, the introductions, the environment setup. Okay, so from the next video tutorial we are talking about what is the www root folder and why, some more detail. Actually we already talked about what is the basic idea of www root. Okay, we will talk about more on the www folder in our next video tutorial. Till then, this is Abhishek signing off. And one important thing, okay, whatever we create the application during this video series, everything with the code, with the full project will be available on github.com/infologs.in. so if you want to download that code from code, you can download it from this GitHub sections. Okay, I'll also put the link on each let's say where I put, okay, I have already put it the download link over here. So to get this download link, you have to log in, as I have this application running. So this will automatically redirect you to the GitHub application, but this link will be available once you registered with infologs.in. So I'll just keep saying, registered on the infologs.in website, subscribe the Infologs web hosting channel, so you'll get an updated video tutorials as soon as we published it on the YouTube channel. That is also available on infologs.in. So if you don't want to go on the YouTube, there you'll see a lot of video tutorials that is just talking about the new ASP.NET, new ASP.NET Core, but they are not showing practically the in-depth knowledge. So here we'll see the beginner sections, we'll see advanced sections, we'll talk about the problems. Okay, that is important thing, because by seeing the video you know how to do it, but actually when you go for the practice, there you'll see the lot of issues coming in front of your face, right? So that problems also reduced or solved by the Infologs team. So I just say that put your comments, put your suggestions, whatever it is, whether it's a good suggestions, or you think of this is not whatever it is, right? You know what I mean, right? So just put your comments out there, and don't forget to subscribe. This is Abhishek signing off for this video tutorial. Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.